friends, welcome back to my channel and a very warm welcome to you if you are here for the first time today. I'm going to be taking this grapevine wreath. It was very inexpensive. I got it at Walmart, and I'm going to be making a spring floral wreath with it. I'm also going to be decorating a tiered tray a little bit later in this video. So if that sounds like anything that you're interested in, then you might want to keep watching. So as I said, this wreath is very inexpensive. I think it was like $4.97. I just purchased it. It was around $5. So do you see there, it does have some indentations, and I should be able to stick some of the floral stems and the greenery stems into those indentations, but I will be using my glue gun for some of it also. So I'm taking my wreath, and one of the things that I want to do is I want to show you exactly how I'm going to do this. So I'm going to flip it over so that you see that bottom part there. That's where I want to stick my greenery into, because there are more indentations there. And so I'm going to be starting with those 4 pieces that you see on your left, on my right, and I'm going to be using these on either side of the grapevine wreath, and I'll be sticking those into the indentations there. And then the other thing that I want to explain to you is that I'm slipping it underneath some floral wire that's already there, that's holding the grapevine, helping to hold it together. And I'm just sticking that underneath there. Now, once I get this greenery in the way I want it, I'm going to use some floral wire of my own, and I will be kind of lifting it up a little bit. You see how it's sticking out straight? I'm going to be kind of curving it up somewhat so that it doesn't stick quite so straight out like that. But I took my 2 longest pieces and I put those in first, and then I am putting in the little bit shorter stems now. So it kind of gives it like a symmetrical and balanced look to it. That's really what I'm going for here. Okay, so I have my 4 pieces stuck into the grapevine wreath. I'm now going to take my floral wire and I'm going to secure it to the wreath. And the floral wire is green, so you're not going to see it. And I'm just securing it underneath there. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with this side. And one thing that you want to remember when you are putting this floral wire on is when I flip it over here and I kind of twist it together to secure it, I'm tucking it into the wreath. And you want to tuck those pieces into the wreath because you don't want it to scratch the wall or the door or whatever you're going to end up hanging your wreath on. You want to make sure you don't scratch behind it. So make sure you tuck those floral wires in. So the other thing I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out if I want to use this greenery. I'm not real thrilled with it, but I do think I am going to use the eucalyptus. And then I also have these ranunculus flowers. These came from Michael's, and I did do a haul a little while back. I can link it below if you're interested in knowing how much I paid for these florals. They were inexpensive and they were on sale. So I've got 2 on either side, and then now I'm adding all the other flowers in. Those pink ones, I believe, are peonies, and they are from Hobby Lobby. And the white one, I can't remember where I got the white one, but I think it's a rose. Anyways, trying to get florals together that complement each other. So I'm sticking the 2 of these into the wreath, and I'm not gluing these down, but I will be gluing the other ones down. All right, now comes the fun part of adding the florals in. And now this time I'm going to be using my glue gun, and I want to make sure that that large peony is centered right in the center, and I'm going to glue the other flowers around that. So I do want to tell you I got a new glue gun, and I'm real happy with it. It is called a Chandler, and I was going to get a cordless glue gun, And I decided against it because I was reading the reviews and a lot of people ended up not being happy with their cordless glue guns. So my question for you is, if you're also a crafter or you use glue guns, do you have a cordless glue gun and do you like it? I'm really curious to know because I ended up buying one that is corded still, and I really do like it. It's very nice. It has a nice stand. It has good control. The handle works really well. But I'm just curious if you have a cordless glue gun, if you like it. And if you would leave me a comment below, I would really appreciate it. And I'm sure some of my other viewers would also appreciate it if they're looking for glue guns, and to know whether you like your cordless one or not. So as you can see, I'm just arranging these florals in different spots here, and I'm kind of lumping them all together, which is the look that I want. I want them all to be kind of gathered together with each other. And now I'm going to take my eucalyptus stems and I'm going to also glue those underneath of the flowers and onto the greenery behind it. Kind of tuck those in and then secure them with the glue. And I'm pretty happy with it, but in the end, I decided to cut some of the greenery stems from the peonies that I had cut the heads off of, and I just decided to tuck some of those leaves in. I thought that that would give a little bit added dimension to the wreath. And so I'm going to add 3 of those in. I went ahead and put on my finger and thumb protectors because I've had them for like 2 weeks now and I haven't been using them. And I was burning my fingers and I really needed to put those on. So I'm just adding in the greenery here and just kind of checking it over, making sure it's the way I want it. I'm going to add one more stem in here. I think that will be nice. This particular glue gun gets some more of those spider webs. It's like a bigger web, but it's actually a lot easier to control than the smaller glue gun that I was using. That's what my glue gun looks like there. And like I said, I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm just picking out the webs there. They're pretty easy to control with this glue gun. With my other glue gun, they were more difficult to control. So I took some of the white flowers and I actually popped those heads off of the greenery because I really didn't like that greenery. I thought it was too green and kind of had like a fake look to it. So I'm going ahead and I'm adding just a couple more white pieces in here. I guess it kind of looks like baby's breath. I'm not sure if that's what it is. It didn't say on the tag or in the store. Just going to add one more of those. I think it needs one just above where the pink and the white flower are. Just going to add that in. And once I do that and get that glued on, then I think my wreath will be done. And I'm going to take it and I'll go hang it on my door. And I'm going to show you how I did that. Remember I told you in my last video how those white flowers shed? I'm just showing you there how much they shed. So I took some leftover lace that I had and I gathered it up with, and I tied it with some jute. And then I made another loop in the back and I tied it again so that I could hang it on my hanger. And this is how it turned out. And I think it turned out, you know, okay. I think I like it. So you can let me know what you think, if you like it, yay or nay. remember, I had this Is Risen sign in my entryway here. I'm taking it off the hook because remember, I wasn't sure I liked it, and so I'm going to remove it and just leave the beads here because I think that they look nice just the way they are. If you're interested in that video, I can link it for you below. So I'm going to go ahead and take my sign and I'm going to move it over here to my tiered tray. This tiered tray came from the Target Dollar Spot and I bought it a couple seasons ago. They have tiered trays every season. They have a couple of really cute ones out this season. If you're in the Target store and you're near Bullseye's Playground, that's what they call it now, you're going to want to take a look and see what kind of trays they have because they're inexpensive and they're so fun to decorate. So I like to use little wooden risers. They kind of lift up the pieces a little bit, especially when the tray has a little bit of a lip on it like this one does. My salt and pepper shakers that are bunnies came from Hobby Lobby and I wanted to use them on this tray. And I think that candle came from Target also. So I'm going to put my sign down here along with this greenery. This greenery also came from Target, I believe. They usually have some kind of greenery every season too that's inexpensive. I'm going to tuck my carrots in. Those were a clearance find from last year. So they're kind of new to me, even though I purchased them last season, but I purchased them at the end of the season. So I didn't like that, so I'm going to flip it and do the mirror image because I think it looks better with the top flipped like this. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck my carrots in here and then I will move back to the top and finish the top, and I'm going to stick my little rosebuds in that I purchased recently. This is the only new purchase that I have, and that completes this tiered tray. While this tray looks really nice on this bookshelf here, I'm actually moving it and putting it in my family room. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I always appreciate it. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it. And if you did, it would be really nice if you gave me a thumbs up. That helps my channel out quite a bit. Here's another video for you if you'd like to enjoy it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you in the next video.